Yo, 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 welcome back to another video. Just 1 second, y'all. Let me see where we... Okay, I can just go to the... Right here. Live. Okay, we gotta go to let me load it on my phone. All good to go. Okay, we in it, bro. Right now, we reacting to 11 times WWE messed up a match in WWE games. I went to the home screen and found this, man. I wanted this one and another one. Um we streaming a lot, ain't we, today? Yeah, I'm pumping them out, bro. I'll probably do this one and another one. Um yeah. Let's get right into it. Let me load it up and we'll get well. Here we go. It hit me with an ad. Probably should have skipped this. That's cool.
My name is Squidward, and I had my life.
Good for you, Squidward.
From technical limitations to the oddest of mistakes, these are the 12 biggest match-type errors in the history of WWE games. In the year 2000, we finally got a Hell in a Cell match in SmackDown 2 after many years of waiting. The only problem is, the Hell in a Cell didn't really look like a Hell in a Cell. There was no area to fight on the outside, and it looked more like a cage match with a roof.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Did we all love the match back then? Of course we did. It was a Hell in a Cell on a PS1. It ruled, but it's not something we can skip over as it was pretty inaccurate. Now, Just Bring It was on the PS2 and had much more power. Where's the excuse? There is no excuse. We can put all the blame on Just Bring It for this one. The Hell in a Cell match would finally become more accurate in the next installment.
Damn, bro, that boy just launched out of the ring.
Outside fighting
like he's
area
speared through the...
that could be broken to get in and out of the cell. And speaking of the
door,
let's get to the next era in WWE games.
That's why his name is there.
Placement.
They got a hairstyle, bro.
And shut your mouth, and it was great, but the door was in the totally wrong
those
place.
Hairstyles
For many.
Why don't they add that hairstyle to the game?
When they finally got this right, WWE 13 in 2012. Shut Your Mouth released in 2002, so it took 10 years to finally get the door in the correct place. Some games went one further and decided not to have a door at all, those games being the GameCube WWE games, Raw 2, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, and WWE 12. And to top it all off, you can't open the door in the Hell in a Cell matches anymore. And now, you know all of the history of Hell in a Cell doors in WWE.
I did like when you was able to open the door and then shut the door.
For the love of God.
That was nice.
Moving on.
Now you gotta break through the door.
Match types ever
or
we can remember
in 2022/2023, you just throw your money against the door as many times until it's breaks.
50 times or something ridiculous like that, you'll unlock the super secret Inferno match. And those people were all big liars. So we get to 2008 and SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 gets revealed, with the big selling point being that Inferno matches will be in the game. Finally! Why the hell is the fire coming from the ring like that? Who and what wizard is making these flames appear from nowhere? This would be the style of Inferno match.
I ain't gonna lie to you. No matter what, it took forever to knock your
where the flames are coming from.
It took forever for you to knock your guy out of the ring, like drag him to the ropes and then throw him out. That took forever. Even when he was like
the buried alive match
you
was another match that had been
did your finish on him
and was finally added in SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. However, the match was technically more of a casket match, as you had to put them in the casket first, and then the post-match victory scene would be of them being buried. This was completely inaccurate, even though it was a fun match type that we do miss seeing in the recent games.
Tell me how that worked. I think they did it right in 2K16. They didn't give you the max, but they allowed you to do it in the showcase. Again, it was a still. I think you can do it in 2K22 and 23 now, though, because of that the modded thing they got, where they have like a prop and you throw your opponent into it, and you can have it like set as a KO once you. I don't know. They didn't really care about it too much.
However, we did get an accurate version of the match type years later in WWE 2K16's Showcase mode, with the match between Stone Cold and The Undertaker being created flawlessly, and the most accurate version we got, and maybe ever got.
What a battle this has been, JR.
Wait, did the match actually was actually added into the game? I don't even know. I know I probably didn't play it. It probably was, knowing them.
Look at this. Austin with a stunner, and The Undertaker fell into the grave.
Then I think the Kane came in.
Speaking of casket matches, these were actually a thing in SmackDown 2, did you know? However, the match type was pretty dumb. You carried around a casket which played more like a table with the way that you'd hit them and throw them into it, and once thrown in you had to do enough moves until the casket shut. It was a mess of a match type, and it wasn't a surprise to see it get cut from SmackDown Just Bring It, meaning the match type had only been in one game. However, like the Buried Alive match, the casket match was done much more accurately in WWE 2K15 Showcase mode, with a casket match taking place between Triple H and Kane. And honestly, with the mechanics and animations they already had ready, it's a shame and kind of a shock that they didn't make this match type selectable outside of the mode. Even though it was super basic, it was pretty functional and not mostly based on cutscenes like 2K16's Buried Alive match. Lumberjack matches are a pretty rare match type in WWE games.
I think they had a lumberjack match in a lot of the games
or so in the entire history.
Probably not the game they got right now.
However, there's a reason
I feel like
surprising, as one of the main factors
manager mode. I mean, when you got a manager, or maybe you got like 2 or 3 people in the game, that kind of like 2 or 3 managers in the game, that kind of acts as a
maximum. It just doesn't work
act as a lumberjack match. They trying to throw you back in the ring.
Now, you can excuse the technical limitations in that case, but what was with the WWE games in the early 2000s, starting Royal Rumble matches off with 4
I feel like that would be hard to do
too.
Like have like a bunch of superstars outside the ring just throwing you back in.
So the question is, how did they ever
might get
decide
aggravating
that 4
too.
was the right number to start with?
Like, would you be able to reverse it? Would you be able to get out of it?
Everything that WWE does, we shall not start with 1 or 2, not 3, 4. 4 is the correct amount. And trust us when we say every game was doing this for many years until around the SmackDown vs. Raw days, when it finally changed to starting with 2 people in the Rumble match. Crazy what happens when you actually watch some WWE TV, right? The Elimination Chamber has always been a super fun match to play in WWE games. It's one of the big reasons that here comes the
I don't know, I kind of like the older Elimination Chamber matches. Like, they got the round surfaces.
Was really that big of a selling point back then. However, as the years passed, some really weird stuff was starting to be changed in the mode for no reason whatsoever that made the match less accurate. Like, for example, in SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, you could no longer climb the Elimination Chamber. For what reason? You're going to have to find out yourselves, because we legitimately have no idea why this happened that one time and never again. And also, for some reason, the entries, which are supposed to be random in Elimination Chamber, were set to the same order of entry for many years until it was changed in WWE 2K18. These next 3 match types can all be found in WWE 12, and they are all done wrong. For one simple reason: the PS3 and the Xbox 360 had no way of making these matches work. Hell, even the PS5 and Series X would likely struggle to do the matches the right way. So these matches are found in the Road to WrestleMania mode. The first match is the Bragging Rights match, which, if you are unfamiliar with, is a 7-on-7 match type. We are currently on 4v4 matches, and we're in the PS5 era, so technical reasons are to blame on this match type being wrong. So how did they manage to pull off a 7v7 match when the PS5 can only do 4v4? Well, the answer is the power of
So he really beat him with a big boot.
Eliminated superstars being
that would make no
match,
sense.
which is not accurate. All 14 superstars in this actual match were all there at the same time. So it's a clever move to give us the idea of seeing a 7v7 match, but it's not accurate, and it's doubtful that it will ever happen.
First of all, if you Randy Orton, why are you not RKOing Triple H?
5 match that
Shameless
happens
and
at Survivor
Match
Series in WWE.
Like, you already out the match.
Then,
Why not?
3v3 was the limit and 4v4 is the limit today. We could 100% see 5v5 actually happen one day with the power of upgrades that we are seeing.
I know he ain't got to play more.
You can only do
I mean, you could have easily
put
put it in there, like the running,
V7v7. To give the
that
visual of having a 5v5 match when it was technically just a 6-man tag with eliminated superstars being replaced. Now, we actually do have this next match type in WWE games now, but it took us a few years and a WWE 2K20 to get it out. But we finally have
2K20
war games in WWE 2K.
Oh yeah, because that's
And it's
when
a
they really started
fantastic
coming out
mode.
there and
It is
doing
done
it.
super accurately,
In
with
NXT.
the only issue being that 5v5
I
isn't
think it was
possible yet.
2K20,
Other than that, everything that we love about the
19
match
or
is in
17 that
WWE
they started doing it.
2K23. That wasn't the case with
2020,
WWE
I mean,
12's version
not
of a War Games
2K20.
match, which was more of a cinematic match that took place in a Hell in a Cell cage. You literally go from having just 2 or 3 people in the cell to seeing people you haven't seen before in there during cutscenes. It was all kinds of chaos, and we loved it, but it was far from accurate. That was the 12 biggest match type errors in the history of WWE games. Did we miss out any errors on this list? Which do you think is the worst match type error? Let us know everything in the comments below. And if you did enjoy
Everything
the video,
seems
please
good to
make
me.
sure to give it a like.
Everything good to
and if
y'all?
you're not subscribed already,
Yeah.
make sure to do so with all of the notifications turned on. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you on the next one.
Yay. Have it your way. Okay. Thank y'all for watching with me. I'm gonna see y'all in the next